Hello Librans, welcome back to the Astroflower and your weekly reading going from the 25th of August through to the 31st of August. Hope you're doing well. Fantastic week coming up for you actually. I've just been looking at your Astroflower and from the energy, from the messages from energy, which this week was about getting in sync with energies because there's going to be a conscious sort of shift in the next sort of 20 days tied into a geological event. That was the other message that came out. And I'm going to do a deeper dive into that for Saturday. You'll have a video coming out on Saturday about that. And I will be on doing a live on Sunday. If you want to be part of that, it'd be absolutely beautiful to see. We can ask questions and so forth. And getting in sync is really going to help you this week enormously within what you do. Because if you do get in sync, you're going to be able to ride through this shift of change with ease, I think. With ease, you're going to break through the other side. Now, the elements that were being talked about in the message from energy was water and earth. Now, that's what's feeding you. You don't really need to concentrate on that. And you have an enormous amount of earth in your Astroflower. And this is what I was talking about 2 weeks ago, about ticking things off. If you've been ticking things off, now you're moving on to a stage, as you're being fed with that earth energy, things will naturally start moving forward. Because you're being fed with that earth energy, it will allow you to concentrate on your strength, the air energy. And that's where you have complete control over the situation. You have, as you are a pure air sign, you will be able to use that inspirational side of life. And you will be able to push it because you're getting the results in, because you should have been ticking things off and doing things and getting things done. Now those things are coming back. You're going to have to sort of, how are you going to play with them in the world? And I think that's where the inspiration comes in. This could be on your relationship, on your personal side of life, as much as on your material, financial side of life. Okay, so yeah, I think that's what's going to be sort of the main sort of driving factor behind you, is that air energy within you that you have complete control over. The other thing as well was the chakra sequencing. Now the chakra sequencing was all over the place, and I'm putting this down to pole shift. It was coupling up chakras that were off the wall, really, to be honest, and that don't normally sort of couple up together. So it's going to be interesting to see what comes out in your chakra sequencing a little bit later on. Also, if you want questions answered, just put them in the comments below, and we will be answering them in the next week's reading. So we channel some answers for you. Just need to sort of try and keep it straight and to the point, your question. Rather than too much detail, as it were. Okay, yes, so in the meantime, let's just get a few messages from energy for you, and we'll look at your chakra sequencing, then pull a few cards and see what's what. Okay, so let's just connect to that energy that's now going on around you. Energy is, it seems to be coming straight at you in a way. And I don't think this is a bad thing at all. I think it's basically you're getting direct returns. And I think this is where, as you're getting direct returns, you can adapt to that situation because you're air. You can move between things with greater ease. And because you're moving through this with greater ease, I think it's gonna really excite you and make you enthusiastic about what you're doing, be it on relationships or on your sort of financial side. It's going to be really joyous and exciting and inspirational to you. And that inspiration you can then reflect into the world. And that's where you're going to have the complete control over the situation. Okay. Let's just see if we can get a vision for the general energies for you. Have you ever seen, like, in the mountains when I was in the Pyrenees, you used to go walking in the mountains and you used to get crows that at the crest of a mountain, you get the wind that's blowing from one side and it used to do this curling action. And so the crows used to literally just sort of like play around, not flapping their wings, just moving around and playing on the currents of the air. And I think this is what it's asking you to do, is to play with the world, play with the possibilities around you, and keeping it very light. Don't put too much expectations upon yourself. Don't make it too heavy. That will drag you down. Keep yourself very light, like like on the bird of a wing of a bird, whatever it is. Just keep things very light, and I think you'll realize how fantastic life. I think it's going to be inspirational for you. Okay, let's just see what's going on the financial side. I get this sort of like, it's like you're moving from it's like you've got a plan of life that you're looking at on a piece of paper, like a housing plan or something like that, and it's like you're kind of going and you're projecting this beautiful light in front of you to sort of say, that's where I need to be, or that's where I need to start. And it's shining your light into the world. So in that inspiration, I think you're showing the world your light. You're showing a direction that you are taking. And because you are signaling it, people are going to start looking at where you're going, and they are going to be infused by what you're doing. So this could be within your job, suggesting things and sort of saying, look, I would like to be in this position in my job, in my, my career path. Therefore, I'd like to be involved in these projects or this aspect of the jobs. And I think people are kind of going, Libra's on the move here. Look what's going on, and people have to reposition it. But because you're being very forthright about it and just being natural about it, I think it's going to open doors for you. But because people are going to be concentrating on you, it's going to increase your energy, your inspiration, your desire to get the results that you want out of it all. And it seems very enjoyable. If you're running your business, it's projecting a business, showing to the world, advertising, and advertising may not necessarily be a straight advert in something. It could be doing posts and, on Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever it is. It's just being inspirational, shining your light. That's what you've got to do. Shining what you're trying to do in life. And I think you'll get some amazing results. Okay. Let's just see what's going on the relationship side, on your personal side of life. It seems to be calmer on your relationship side than on your financial side. It seems like there's a reconnection to emotions that are deep emotions, and the sensation of emotions that you can rely upon. It's not like a flash flood of emotions. It's more of a case of having a beautiful lake of emotions. So you have all the life that is within that lake, and it's really getting back to the getting back to an emotional sort of base where it's calm. You know what's going on emotionally within the relationship or within your own personal life, and you certainly know, and you finding a peace within you, emotional peace within you, which will then reflect the outside world, and that's what you're going to be, that's what you will be receiving as well. So the more calmer you can be emotionally within your life, the greater and the calmer interaction you will have with your partner or future partners and so forth, within your world. And it could be sort of also family and friends, community. So there's a lot less stress because it's not the sort of thing you really need at the moment. There's so much going on the financial side that I think the emotional side of life, you want it to be a little bit more consistent. It's also a way of sort of, demonstrating to the world of sort of saying, these are my emotions and they are in place. And it's like sort of saying, come enjoy life with me and play, and rather than sort of having emotions that are just running away with you more than anything else. So I think it's all about sort of calm and good emotions. So in regards to relationships, it's warm evenings together and not really doing much, bit of, sort of good company. That sort of thing, really, more than anything else. It's helping you to see your deeper emotions this week here. Okay, let's see what's going on the spiritual side of life. You want to try everything. It's almost like you've got this key that the key to a way of doing things, and this could be down to manifesting as well. And it's the engagement of spirit within the greater world that is unlocking the door for you, so you can actually play all of your strengths at one time. But at the moment, it's sort of saying here, in order to open that door, you have to have a sequencing of events or process in order to do that. So, I would, engage in your meditation, prayer, or, mindful walking and what have you. There's some spirit that's coming in at the moment here from the other side there. And it's opening a doorway for you. It's really nice. It's not really attached to someone. It's just like attached to the energy, as if to sort of say, it's opening a passage of life to go from one side to the other. And I think this is it's a real enlightenment moment for you, opening up to, the possibilities of what can be. Really, really beautiful energies. Let's just have a look and see what's going on with your chakra sequencing. So reconnecting to that energy there, we're finding that neutral point. There we go. Okay, so we got the crown and the root. And you've got itchy feet here at the moment. You want things to move on. And although you're not grounded, because you want things to move on, you want things to move. And I think this is made much more within the physical realms. But in order to move, you can't be too grounded, if you know what I mean. It's a little bit like that crow that I said that was flying on the wing. You need to be able to sort of allow that to happen. And there is movement that needs to be happening. On the crown chakra here, the crown chakra is at peace and at one. And I think the crown and the root, which is our vertical energy, is taking us, a back seat here and allowing us to explore life in a way that, because it's providing the pathway for us, so we don't have to concentrate on that. We can enjoy the journey, as it were. And that's what it seems to be doing here with the crown and the root. Let's just see where's it moving on to. The crow, when he's flying on the wing and flying and using the thermals, he doesn't overthink things. He reacts to the situation here. And I get the third eye in the throat here that's on the third eye, and this is almost contradictory to the air energy. It's like saying to you, don't overthink things. Don't try and block the air. Use the air to empower you. So allow that natural flow of inspiration to convert into ideas. So when we say what we're thinking, then we are putting that idea physically out into the universe. It's one of the steps of manifestations. And once you put that idea physically out there through vocally, then that's when it starts knocking on certain doors around you, and that's when it can open up the possibilities of manifesting what you want. Concentrating on these simple things, I think, is really important as well. But here is just a case of do not overthink things. Do not put too much weight upon your shoulders. You know, keep it flowing, keep it light. Okay, let's see where it moves on to now. So it does go on to the heart. And if you don't keep it light within your relationship of life, it is going to cause you stress. I tell you that now. You're better off, you know, having that easy energy within your relationship side, like a mill pond, just keeping it easy. Okay. But the moment you do, then you can enjoy the moment of that lake. And that's when your heart can really feel at one with what you're doing. I think it's going to be, you know, it's going to be then allowing you to be quicker and more sort of adventurous on your financial side. Okay. And then it plays into the solar plexus. And having that courage to go ahead and do it, to click that button to sort of say, okay, and now post. So this is still a bit of ticking things off, but now you're getting into a sort of routine that's much more within your realm, as it were. So you can play with ideas and play with the world around you. And that's where you can instigate a lot of opportunity. And I think it's the solar plexus which is giving you the courage and that fire to kind of go, yep, let's do it. Okay, and then it goes back to the crown and the root. So, you know, very quick energies, to be honest with you. There's not a sacrum in there. So this is like trying things out as well, more than anything else. This is being that inspirational sort of side of things. Okay, let's just say put a few cards and let's just see what's going on for you. So we're gonna put a few cards. We'll put a card on your financial side or your material side of life, and then we'll pull something card on your personal relationship, and then the general energy that's running through you. If you've got any questions that you want channeled for next week, please do put them in the comments section below. It's absolutely lovely. Let's just see what's going on the financial side. You've got the Nine of Swords. Yeah, don't worry about things. Obviously, you can create the worst scenario in your thinking. And if you concentrate on that, there's a better chance of that arriving. And I think this is part and parcel of that spiritual idea of just allowing yourself to kind of realize that when you push in a direction, you open the door, it's going to give you greater control over how you play with the world. So I think here is trying to sort of say to you, don't worry about it. Don't lose sleep over it. Don't, go into it, not with expectations, but what you want to shine your light on. You know, shine your light and do not worry about it. What's going on the relationship side of things? You get the Page of Wands. That stillness of energy will allow you to have that innocent view of life or innocent view of emotions, which will be sparking in you passions. But it's to play with. It's nothing, nothing's fixed in stone here. It's to play with the situation, to be at ease with the situation, to start discovering your passions within you and how you use them and how you play with them. On your general energy that's flowing through you, you get the Page of Cups. That's what I'm talking about. Calm, clear water. That's what the Page of Cups is all about. That is from within you. And from a calm situation, that's when you can start provoking the fiery stuff, which is going to be very passionate. But it's also someone who's who knows what they want emotionally. And I think this is where you're coming to peace. You're coming to terms with with what you want emotionally in life, and it's creating a big peace within you. And when you are come from a place of peace, from a neutral point, that's where that's how we work with energy. You come from a neutral point, and that's what it seems like it's doing there. And that neutral point, you're finding it within yourself, and that's when you can project into the outside world in a really beautiful way. So, yes, there you go, Libra. Thanking you very much for being here with us. Really do appreciate it. I hope you get the best out of these readings. Thanking you for having the confidence to subscribe, like and share and all of that malarkey. Don't forget about the weekly energy messages that came out on Wednesday. Also, the deeper dives into energy that we do on this channel. And I may see you for the live. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.